Well, boys, if you clicked on this video, you want to know how I got that amount of damage with a R6 4-star weapon on Kasumi. Well, don't worry, I got you. Let's get started with the guide. Ikaze. Alrighty, fellas, so let's go ahead and show you the Rev Cards and Mindscapes. So, with Kasumi here, you're going to want the Blessed DPS set, Wisdom and Virtue. Here's her Mindscape. And then next, let's go ahead and talk about our supports. So first, starting with Cord, you're going to want the Creation Reconciliation set. That's the damage taken debuff set, and it also buffs all your stats, including attack. Alrighty, here's her Mindscape. Next is going to be Wind Tempest. You're going to want to run Creation and Worry, the SP Recovery Crit Molt set. Here's her Mindscape. And lastly, our Navigator, Futaba. You're going to want her on the Navi set, Resolve and Labor. Here is her Mindscape. Now, on to Wonder. Wonder, his dagger, you have a couple of options. You can run Ex Machina. But with Ex Machina, you're going to have to set it as a Blessed Persona to get the amp. Or you can run Glimmer. In this case, mine's is R6. Or you can run Starry Compass. But in this case, Glimmer, from what I've found, did the best for Kasumi. As for Wonder Personas, I will tell you, since Kasumi's speed is quite high, you're going to want to inherit a couple of things. In this case, I inherited Agility Master, right? You're going to want to also inherit Rebellion. Next is Sarasha. I can't really pronounce his name right, but I'm just going to call it Sumi's signature persona. You're going to want to inherit Rukunda. And here, I also use Absolute Obedience as well, too. And then lastly, on Vishnu, you don't really got to do anything. We're just going to be using Wind of Nirvana. And yeah, without further ado, boys, let's get into the run. Ikaze. Alright, so just the TLDR, Rico's rotation is going to kind of be weird this season because we kind of want to have S3 with as much SP as she can. So here, we're going to go ahead and S2 onto Kasumi. Wonder is going to go ahead and Rebellion onto Sumi so that she gets some crit rate. Cord is going to go ahead and S2 to proc her attack buff onto Sumi. Sumi, we're going to be stalling like crazy this fight. You're going to go ahead and just spam skill 1 for the next 3 turns or so. 2 turns. And don't worry about dying. It's a weak phase fight. You'll be okay. Futaba, go ahead and skill 1 here onto the boss. Riliko, you're going to go ahead and skill 3 onto Sumi here. So she gets some crit damage. Wonder, you're going to go ahead and switch to the Blessed Persona. Go ahead and Rukunda here. Next, you're going to go ahead and use Wonder's Highlight to inflict damage dealt onto the enemy here. Cord, you're going to go ahead and skill 1. And of course, you got a Prage or Shock. In this case, we got it. Sumi, guess what? Skill 1. Yep. And again, you'll be fine. This is a weak phase fight. Alright, Futaba's rotations are weird, but just trust the process. Just skill 2 here. And then during weak phase, this should set up for the 1-3 rotation. Wind, you're going to go ahead and skill 2 onto Sumi. Wonder is going to change to Vishnu. Go ahead and Wind of Nirvana. Inflict that Wind Swept. Cord's going to go ahead and S2 here. So that we can S1 during weak phase. And then Sumi, of course, she's going to do her own S1. And now, finally, Futaba, you can go ahead and inflict skill 1, defense shred onto Faf here. And then Riko, you're going to go ahead and highlight. Make sure you target Sumi so that she gets the attack and the crit damage buff. Riko here, you're going to go ahead and skill 3 onto Sumi. And then, next, with Wonder, you're going to change back to Dionysus. And you're going to go ahead and Rebellion onto Sumi for the CR buff. Cord, again, just do skill 1 here. We got Shock, very nice. Now, Sumi, you're going to go ahead and do skill 2. Target Cord, so that Cord can become her dance partner. Now, finally, with Futaba, you can go ahead and skill 3. Make sure it's on Sumi, so that it's a Bless Weakness implant. Alrighty. And Rico, you're going to go ahead and skill 2 for the last turn. And lastly with Wonder, you're going to go ahead and use that Bless Persona's signature skill. God, I can't pronounce his name. It's too complicated, y'all. And then here, with Sumi, go ahead and Masquerade. Cord, you're going to go ahead and skill 3. Target Sumi. And you're about to witness some big PP damage, man. Holy moly, 1.2 mil. That's with a 4-star weapon, fellas. Jeez. Okay, do it again. Another 1.2, dude. Oh, we're not done yet. Skill 3, you know, just a casual, you know, 700k. This is with a 4-star weapon, by the way. GG's. Well, boys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any questions, leave it down below, and I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. But other than that, look forward to some SOS guides. I'll have Season 3 of Astrolab out for y'all once I'm done editing that. And I also have an A6 Sumi in my guild, A6 R6 to be precise. I'll also be showing that off one of these days if you guys are interested. But until the next video, y'all, deuces.